I'm Drew Binsky, and today I'm going to show you what $10 can get you in Krakow, Poland. I absolutely love Krakow. It is my third time here, and I think it's one of the most underrated cities in all of Europe. It's a place where East meets West. It's grungy, it's hipster, kind of like Prague. Krakow's very young because there's so many universities here. There's so much to like about Krakow. Let's go explore. I am so excited to be meeting up with a local friend named Kacper, who reached out just yesterday on Instagram. He will be showing me the ins and outs of Krakow while we keep a tight budget of under $10. This is Polish zloty. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Zloty. So what I like about the money is it's small. Every bill is small, and like the lower the count, the smaller it gets.
Doesn't it look like Monopoly?
It kind of looks like Monopoly money. And something I also love about the money here is that it's all different colors for different bills.
Yep.
In the US, it's all green, and it's hard to know how much it costs. So when I first came to Poland, around 3 zlotys was a euro.
Yep.
Now it's like almost 5. This is our budget for today. We're gonna see how many things we can buy.
So the church behind us is actually arguably the most important landmark here in Krakow. And it's also one of the most important churches in the whole country.
I really love it, man. I mean, it's the highlight of this beautiful square, which, by the way, is massive. There's so many people here that right now it looks empty, but there's probably 5,000 people standing in the square. I see these bread things, they remind me of Istanbul.
Yeah.
They have these all over Turkey, but is it a Polish thing?
I would say it is.
And what's it called?
In Polish it's called obważanek.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like a pretzel.
It's like a pretzel.
With like different toppings.
All right, let's get one, please. What do you think is best?
Sesame.
Sesame? Thank you. So that was only like $1, basically.
It was 3 zloty, yeah.
Oh, it was
Even
3?
less than $1, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That caught me by surprise. Okay, cool. We're on a roll already. Okay, so let's try it. Here we go. Bite of obważanek. It's exactly like a pretzel. They should give you a dipping sauce.
Yeah.
They don't give you that. Pretty good. And for like 50 cents, it's a good thing to start the day with. And let's keep walking. 2 blocks that way, it's 3 zlotys, and now it's 2.50. Can you tell her? Just explain to her that I appreciate that most people should come here and they should know that they can get a better price. What did she say?
That there's more tourists in that area, so that's why the price was higher, and that this is the place to go to.
Got it. I remember this market from 2012. It's kind of an unforgettable place, man. It's huge, and it's right in the middle of the square.
Exactly.
What's the significance of this?
It's one of the oldest markets in Europe.
It's obviously tourist central, but it's cool, and it gives charm to Krakow. And I did buy a chess set here 10 years ago from one of these places, and it's still in my house right now.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
It's not about the products, it's about the vibe of the whole place.
And the experience.
Yeah.
And all of these emblems are the different provinces? Oh, cities.
Yeah, city.
I don't think anything in here we can find for my $10 video.
No.
My favorite Polish food is pierogies. It's the thing that everybody knows about Poland.
Yeah.
The US has so many Polish immigrants over the years, and so you can find pierogies in Chicago, for example. Can we try pierogies here?
Yeah, sure.
You have a spot in mind?
Yeah. I mean, you have to when you're here. You know, it's like a thing. Like you just have to try it.
It's not like a tourist. It's like pierogies is not like a touristy food. It's like Polish people actually eat it and enjoy it.
Yeah, we eat it like some people eat it once a week. Some people eat it every day.
Bar Mleczny?
Yeah.
Mleczny.
Mleczny. It's milk bar.
Mleczny.
Yeah.
All right, let's go inside. Which one do you like the best?
I mean, I like the Russian ones. So with potato, carrot, cheese, and onion.
Is this for like a whole plate of them?
It's 10 pieces, so it's quite
10
big.
pieces.
So this is very cheap. Like if we went to a restaurant now and ordered the same thing, you'd probably pay 35 zloty for 6 of them.
So this is a good deal.
Yeah.
This is a plate of pierogies. This is my favorite food in Poland. I haven't had these in like 4 years and I can't wait. Here we go, trying delicious Russian, well, they're not really Russian, they're Polish, but they're called Russian. They're called Russian.
I have no idea why.
Cheers, man. That is amazing. What's inside? Cottage cheese?
It's cottage cheese and onion and black pepper.
I can't explain how fresh this tastes and how it feels like it's made in a homemade kitchen, like your grandma's house. They would make this for only a few bucks. I'm telling you guys, pierogies are the best thing about Poland in the cuisine world. It's funny because you can't really find good pierogies outside of Poland. Like, You can find a good sausage anywhere in Europe. Germany, Denmark, Czech, sausages are kind of whatever, but this you can't get anywhere else. No.
These type of places started to exist somewhere around 50s or 60s in the 20th century. And that was the time when Poland was a communist state. We were totally controlled by the Soviet Union. We were not independent whatsoever. Food was very expensive. We even at some point had cards for food, meaning that you could only buy like a specific amount of bread every week, specific amount of meat, and you couldn't really, exceed this limit.
Did you ask your parents about what it was like to grow up in that?
Yeah, it was terrible. I mean, they said one thing that was like quite funny, but also like tragic at the same time, that if you had dollars, you were good. Because if you had dollars, then you could buy things off the black market or these like special shops that were called gothics.
So how do you know that like this style of restaurant was from the communist age? Like, can you tell by like the way the tables are and the walls, or does it have a certain style?
Yeah, definitely. And even the process of ordering food, as you could see, we got these in like
like a cafeteria type thing.
It's like 2 minutes and they were good to go.
Right. So anybody younger than me, which is you all grow up learning English and being more open-minded.
Yep.
But anyone older than you didn't grow. So tell me about like the generational shift here. Like, is it?
It's very big.
It's very big.
It's very big. It's very big, and you can actually really, really see it. Like, my parents don't speak English. They learned Russian in school, so they know how to speak Russian, but they don't know how to communicate in English. I would say that the biggest change happened in 2004 when we officially joined the European Union. That was the biggest, change for good. Obviously, with our current government, things are not really great.
Sure.
Because, they're kind of more right-winged than left-wing. So we have some problems along the way, but 2004 was definitely like a very significant year and time for Polish people.
So Kacper, I've noticed all around Krakow and really Poland, there's a lot of Ukrainian support. So obviously we all know what's happened, but tell me from your experience, like what's been going on?
It was unbelievable, I would say. Like something that you wouldn't really think that can happen, but it did. It was like reality just crashed in your face. I mean, I saw people sleeping on the train station for like 2 weeks on the ground. Same thing was happening in Warsaw and all major cities in Poland.
Right.
It was crazy. I mean, to see what the people have gone through and to hear some of the experiences. Most of them left only with a backpack and a bottle of water.
Right.
And that's it.
Poland has opened up their arms to help Ukrainians, give them shelter, give them food, because obviously they were running for their lives. It's been amazing to watch from the outside to see how Poland has been so great.
The Ukrainian population here prior to war was also quite significant. They're everywhere, but we're definitely not complaining. We embrace that, and we just want to help them in any way that we can.
That's an amazing lesson. Thank you for sharing. This is obviously a heavy topic, but it cannot go unnoticed. I mean, you can see everywhere you go here, you can see support for Ukraine. It's a really beautiful thing. On that note, I've actually been meeting Ukrainian refugees across Europe to hear their stories, and I will be sharing them with you in a video very soon. Even though the mainstream news seems to have forgotten about the war, I think it's very important to let their voices be heard on my platforms. Behind me is the beautiful Wawel Cathedral. I probably butchered the name. It's spelled W-A-W-E-L. The Wawel Cathedral is beautiful. You can see all the different kinds of architecture over the years. We have gold domes, we have pillars, columns, we have Gothic churches that look like Prague, and it's kind of all smushed together into one beautiful building. And this is probably my favorite spot in all of Krakow. Haven't been here in 10 years, but man, is it beautiful.
Behind us there's a riverside, which has become like a very, very popular hanging out place for people.
This is really nice, man. So was that like the newer part of the city?
Yes and no. So look, all these buildings are new, as you can tell, obviously, but behind them there's like even older part than this part of the city. So.
Gotcha. Real quick, guys, there's one more note about Canva that I forgot to mention. They have a brand new feature called whiteboards, which takes collaboration to another level. Whether you're workshopping projects or just brainstorming, Canva Whiteboards allows you to navigate an infinite space with zoom, pan, and scroll features. You can use their built-in templates or create your own. And then you can add ideas with stickers, graphics, shapes, and lines, as well as Canva's library of 100 million images, videos, audio tracks, and more. The truth is that I wouldn't be able to create content as efficiently if it wasn't for Canva. And right now they're offering my subscribers a special promotion. Click that link below to claim your 45-day free trial for Canva Pro. I promise you, you're gonna love it. All right, back to the video. And What street is this? Just a random walking street by the old town?
Some of the streets, or most of the streets here, are going to look quite similar
Yeah.
around this area, but we are actually headed to towards the Jewish district of the
Nice.
city.
Great.
And there you can actually feel like the vibe of the city, I would say.
You know, I would love to go there and connect with my ancestors. Before World War II, Krakow's Jewish quarter was one of the most populated and lively Jewish communities in the world, with 65,000 members. In fact, Krakow's Jews once made up 25% of the city's total residents. They used to work as bankers, merchants, they were owners of popular restaurants, cafes, and bars, and they were the best craftsmen in the city. The Jews spoke both Hebrew and Yiddish and led rich cultural and religious lives. Sadly, the Nazis killed over 90% of Krakow's Jews in the Holocaust, and the remaining ones left Poland. However, the synagogues still remain intact, and the entire district has been converted into a hipster place for young tourists and locals to hang out.
So we are in the Jewish district. The place that we're going to used to be a synagogue, actually. It's a very cool place because it has almost not been renovated whatsoever, so we can get the vibe, you know.
Let's go, man. That sounds cool. The Jewish history in Krakow is really special. I mean, there was a lot of Jews before World War II. It was thriving. And obviously now they have the beautiful community left over, but most of the people are gone. It's just so cool to be walking around here, seeing Judaism signs everywhere, shops selling menorahs, and Jewish music being played on the streets. And it gives me this eerie feeling because I have like great aunts and uncles who were killed in Auschwitz, which is like 30 minutes drive from here. So it's somber walking these streets, but it's very special. Kacper and I made our way deeper into the Jewish quarter, into a former synagogue which has been converted into a bar. This is so cool, dude. Is it this way?
Yep.
Okay, I'll follow you. Go ahead. This is awesome. Whoa, man, this is cool. This is beautiful. This place is amazing. You can really feel how it was a synagogue before. How do you say cheers in Polish?
Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie. Same in Czech. Na zdrowie. That's good.
Right?
It's a local beer. What's it called?
Książęce.
Książęce?
Yeah.
Good. I think this is the first time I've ever had a beer inside of a synagogue, and I've been in a lot of synagogues, but this place is really cool.
Yeah.
19th century building, and all these paintings are original. Unbelievable, man. So this is a Jewish quarter, so a lot of the synagogues that were here, they're not working anymore because there's not enough Jews.
There are actually a few of them that still work.
Oh, okay.
Because the Jewish community, especially here in this part of the city, is still quite vivid. Obviously not as big as
Yeah,
it was
sure.
before,
This is so cool, man. You could tell it's a synagogue by the way that these arches are.
Yeah.
This is really cool, having a beer in a synagogue, and the vibe in here is cool with the music, and Krakow's a cool place, dude. Kacper, where are we now?
So we are still in the Jewish district, and now we're like in one of the most famous places for a plate which is called zapiekanka.
I've heard about zapiekanka, but I've
Yeah.
actually never tried it.
It's kind of like pizza, but it's not round, and you know, it's like a thick crust with cheese on top of it and some other
It's like
things.
a Polish pizza, right?
Yeah.
This is only 11 zlotys?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
this can feed like a family.
It's open till very late, and usually this is like a bar area, so you would find like hundreds
Drunk
of people.
people?
Yeah.
How do you like, you have to bite it like
Yeah,
that,
you
or can
bite
you?
into it.
I can rip it off too. Oh, look at that cheese. Mmm, good.
Oh,
That's so. You have really thick bread, crunchy thick bread, fluffy bread with cheese on it, mushrooms, onions, and garlic sauce. Zapiekanka. Did I say it right?
Yep.
It's been an absolute pleasure to visit Krakow once again. This city is truly one of the most underrated in all of Europe. There's so much history, so many good flavors, and so many friendly people. But to wrap up this $10 video, I was able to get one circular bread, one plate of pierogies, one delicious local beer, and one zapiekanka or Polish pizza for $9.89. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel with more epic travel stories from every country. Hit up my podcast called Roots of Humanity and check out my second YouTube channel where I share more adventures, unseen adventures. Until next time, stay safe, be well, and just go.